Hi, folks. Trisha Curtis, CEO of Petronas and host of the Petronas podcast. I am live in England, a couple hours west of London. I'm in the countryside. It is Sunday, May 18, 2025. I've had some meetings in London this past week, but right now you have oil prices at 62 and change, and we've seen some incredible oscillation, as you know, in just the past couple weeks in oil prices, with WTI going well into 55 and then swinging up. We've sort of swung back on the 62 range as Trump has last couple weeks. The big things that have happened is the reprieve on tariffs with China and the 90-day pause between the U.S. and China on tariffs. You just have Trump as of late saying that, telling Walmart to eat tariffs with regards to price rises. And then you have the 10-year yield. If you're looking at that, that's still hanging about. It's just under 4.5%. So it's telling you that the market is still gauging that even with the tariff reprieves, that means the economy would be healthier. That means inflation could be a little bit higher. So there's a lot going on in the market. There's certainly a lot going on in the oil market. And then over this past weekend, you had the potential or talks about a deal with Iran that the Trump administration could strike, and that would put downward pressure on oil prices. I think likelihood of a deal with Iran is unlikely. The Biden administration tried to do it. I think you have a lot of hardliners Iran. I think the stance that the Trump administration had on letting Israel go to town and pushing back on Iran is the right answer. I think that does mean you need to bring barrels back onto the market from Saudi and from others. And I think the reality is that the Trump administration and others are learning that you're not going to get a deal with you're not going to get a deal with Putin. Putin is basically saying he's going to continue on this war, and he's looking at the long game. That's been what Putin's going to do. So I've had some very, very interesting meetings that I'll catch you up on in future podcasts. But I had talking about geopolitics, energy, and China in the UK. Very, very interesting. I think that if you're, a year and a half or so ago when I was in the UK in London in December of 2023, the thing that I heard from all the taxi drivers was we still believe in climate change and the energy transition, but we can't afford it. And I think now what you're hearing is you're not hearing much about it. But I do think it has definitely damaged the ability for folks within the UK and folks within Europe, as I've told you before, their just ability to compete because energy prices are so damn high. So with that, folks, I will catch you up on a lot with geopolitics. The latest podcast is the podcast to listen to. This is episode 131. It's called Energy is Power. This is the talk that I gave to the Eisenhower School. I gave this to military folks. It is a really, really good geopolitical talk, really good China-focused talk on just geopolitics, the world, energy at the cornerstone of power, both literally and figuratively. So with that, folks, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.